welcome back. Mario movie's out, I'm excited, you're excited, they're excited, and it is on like one individual. I got a real funny looking armature here today. I'm not going to spend a ton of time going over this because I've gone over it in the last couple of videos, so check those out if there's any confusion. Again, 2 hose clamps, some armature wire, floral wire to tie it all together. That's just going to give us a lot of support. So this is the idea. We don't have a ton of reference from the movie, but we're going to do our best. As usual, first I'm going to fill this with some paper and then we'll start sculpting. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. Alright, let's get some clay in this armature and I won't do that again. Okay, so here's the rough, and I haven't spent much time on this at all. Most of this is sort of a cartoony character. I'm gonna try to keep things as close to symmetrical as possible. One of the best pieces of advice I can give when sculpting in general, but especially when sculpting one of these kind of cartoony stylized characters, is that you wanna be constantly stepping back from the piece to look at it, to kind of shrink your view so you can really pay attention to the silhouette and the form of the piece. When you step back, you'll be able to see mistakes a lot easier. You really have to make sure you nail down those shapes. Sometimes it even helps to just take a picture with your phone and then look at it real small. I always try, I'll put it on a computer screen, even do a little bit of Photoshop, just any way that you can get a fresh eye on the piece. And then also, I don't know if you can see, this desk actually cranks up and down, but it's kind of a pain to do that constantly, so I just keep a step stool, and that way I can step up and look and make sure all the forms are looking good from above. You want to really make sure you're not just staring dead on at the thing, because otherwise, and refine this muzzle. There's lots of forms here. He's gonna kind of have a smirk smile as far as the neck and torso area. I'm definitely gonna add more of that on. And of course his tie, but let me tell you, them ears took a minute to get straight. It's worth a sub. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit longer for the clay to firm up and kind of dry out before I can really get in there and build out and expand this area. And after it's all here, I'll start adding the fur. A lot of people get tripped up on this, but I'm just gonna go in and imply it instead of trying to sculpt every little last strand. I'll let the brush do most of the work. You'll see. But let's finish bulking them out first. Did you like the movie? Leave a comment and let me hear your important opinion. I liked it. Seth Rogen did fine. Chris Pratt, cool. Super disappointed with Cranky. He's one of my favorites, but can't win them all, I suppose. I can't wait to watch it on my own couch, though. Movie theaters, I don't miss the theater. I miss arcades. I mean, I'll take arcades over theaters, but por qué no los dos? So anyway, not much left here. I cleaned them up with some brushes. and some sponges. I don't really wipe things up with them. They're more for getting rid of any tool marks or fingerprints and to just help unify the surface. I still use them as tools and more to finesse things into place. So next I'm going to carve the irises in and then sculpt the tie, give him a quick shading with the airbrush. He's a little more heavier detailed this time around, a little more realistic, so I might give him a light detail texture pass just to kind of crisp things up a bit. Now before all that, I'm going to make 2 quick revisions. After stepping back, I realized that the neck needs to be bulked out a little further, and I'm actually going to change the shape of the eyelids just slightly, and then we'll call it done. I have another project I have to jump on right after this, but I'm going to try to get to molding this guy. If I do, I'll make a video about it. I don't know yet. We'll see.